Okay. Our next inductee is a retired 7th grade science teacher, and she is from Harper Woods, Michigan, June Teisan. June, how are you? You sit tight. Have you seen the video, by the way? Have you seen? Can we all take a look at it? So here she is from Harper Woods, Michigan. And is that, how close is that to Detroit? Share the border with Detroit. So that general area. And here is the video. Here's how you spell it. And roll that right there. Here's June Teisan.
Miss Teisan inspires me because she shows me that I can do anything that I put my mind to.
As a middle school science educator in the Detroit area, it is my goal to inspire students. I pull out all the stops and use every possible tool and technique to hook their interest and set them loose on learning. In botany, each student scientist grows their own set of plants, dissects flowers donated by local florists, then uses the petals and leaf pigments for an art meets chemistry mashup. After each unit of study, my kids take their newfound knowledge out into the community to impact the learning of others. I capitalize on the natural curiosity of these inquisitive youngsters. We study simple machines by dissecting common household appliances, move on to robotics, and even design wacky creations in Rube Goldberg fashion.
Okay, we're gonna pop a balloon.
We're about to pop.
3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh my gosh!
It went on the plane!
It exactly worked.
Whoa! It went on the plane!
Woo!
It worked completely!
Project-based and place-based learning is central to my teaching, and when budget cuts stood in the way, I began writing grants that brought in thousands of dollars to provide the tools and transportation to get my students out of the classroom and into real-life settings. There they could conduct scientific research and cultivate water stewardship skills here in our Great Lakes state. We investigated Detroit's proud heritage as a global innovation center by immersing ourselves in the art from the 1930s, then worked to cast a vision of how each student could use his or her skills to fashion a brighter future for their Detroit. I actively share out the accomplishments of my students, then design and implement teacher workshops that spring from these successful classroom efforts. I host student interns so they become equipped to work in high-need settings with high impact. I am so thankful to be able to do what I love to do, teach.
Miss Teisan inspires me because she helps the environment with everything that she does in her work.
I have a long list about Miss Teisan because she's very inspiring, of course, and she does a lot in the world. Like, she probably cares about other people more than she does herself, so that's kind of cool. She also inspires everybody else because of the way she does stuff, and I guess she's just a cool teacher too.
I'm an arm waver, so I'm going to put this puppy right up here so I can wave the arms. All right. Thank you so much. It's an absolute honor to be here with you tonight. And of course, speaking to you is quite a leap from my regular day job working with 12-year-olds. So if you would just do me a favor right now and kind of connect with your inner middle schooler. And I'm going to give you a little assignment, okay? So this section over here, what you're going to need to do is just continue to move as if you have this motor inside of you, okay? And if some of you can, drum on the tabletop, that would just help my heart in ways you can't even begin to imagine. Okay, in the center section, this one's a fun one, okay? You need to find a prop, okay, a prop. So that could be maybe your napkin, and of course you need to snap somebody with it while I'm trying to stand up here and move things forward, or maybe tug of war. Look at how helpful you all are. You're very much in touch with that 12-year-old deep inside, okay? And then this section over here, just tune me out. That's all I gotta say. And you know what? While you're doing that, maybe what you could do is once in a while kind of come up for air. And what you can do is just say, "Is this gonna be on the test?" Or the old standby, because when you teach middle school, okay, comment on my appearance, but don't make it a positive thing. You know, that hair, the this, the that. Okay, so you have your assignments. Please feel free at any time to just launch into that, and I'll know what to do. There you go. Pastor's hitting it. Good stuff. Okay. So, honestly, don't we all carry that middle school child inside of us? Don't we have memories of that time in our lives, or even of our middle school year, elementary years, or even high school? We can trace who we've become by looking at the culmination of the experiences that we've had and the efforts of the people who've poured into us, who came alongside us to help us, our teachers. Because that's what teaching is at its core. It's coming alongside someone and having an impact. Sometimes teaching is from the front of the crowd, where you entice and persuade, and sometimes it can be a push from behind, a nudge to get things moving or to keep going. But mostly teaching is to come alongside and be elbow to elbow, to wade right in there with those kids and connect. And that's when you discover that there's that paradox about teaching that you weren't sure you ever knew, that it's absolutely invigorating to be in a classroom. There is nothing like it. There's an energy and a synergy that you can't find anywhere else. But the paradox is that it's also extremely exhausting. And you pour yourself out and pour yourself out. So we understand that learning is messy and it's non-linear and that it's invigorating and draining and filled with failures along the way, along with successes. We know that learning is not standardized, and we honor what's unique about each child. So teachers get that. And others who understand about that complexity and the paradox are the people who are married to teachers, people who have teachers in their family or are close friends with them, or maybe they just get it. They see it. They understand it. Unfortunately, those that are setting education policy aren't teachers. Too often, they're not married to teachers apparently, or maybe they don't have family or friends who are teachers, because otherwise they would get it, okay? We wouldn't be worried about funding schools by July 1st. Oh, and we wouldn't be trying to test kids to greatness instead of allowing educators to help teach them to greatness and connect. And that's why the work of the National Teacher Hall of Fame is so important, because it creates a unique, valuable platform and elevates the profession so that the voice of experienced educators can be amplified. So I want to thank the board and the staff of the National Teachers Hall of Fame and Emporia State University. And as Sally, my amazing Uber driver host supreme, would say, I also want to offer up goo-gobs of gratitude to Carol Strickland and also to Jennifer Baldwin for all the help and all of the work that they do so tirelessly. I've discovered that Emporia is a beautiful city and it's filled with beautiful souls. And I can honestly say that I've never felt more welcome and I've never felt more honored as an educator than I have in these past few days. So I thank you for that so very much. Now, to bring it all home, I'm from the Detroit area. My hometown is Motown. And I'm not going to sing and dance. I do it, but not in front of a crowd like this. But Motown's a city that's generated a lot of incredible tunes, but there's one in particular that has been sort of an anthem for me through the more difficult days and trying times in my teaching. Sometimes it's a song I would clean up that classroom to, you know, move around. So I want you to see if you can guess this one. It's a song where the key word is spelled out letter by letter, and the first letter is an R, E. Look, she's going already, Carol. S-P-E-C-T. Well, now, we're not at Aretha, so we're not going to just keep on going. But maybe we can later. We'll meet up later. But I know that in this profession, there isn't necessarily goo-gobs of respect thrown around. But we continue to do what we do for the kids. But that song, it's not the word respect that really grabs me, okay? Where I identify and where in my life of singing is what's going on with the background singers. Because if you remember, while Aretha's singing it out there and singing about respect, we've got the background singers going, re, 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 just a little bit, right? So it's the re, re, re part for me. That's where I live. Because you see, I can recharge because of my Christian faith. I can take time to refresh and refill the well so that there's more to pour out. We can reflect as educators and renew and reinvigorate and reconnect to the purpose of our work. And we can request and receive support. We can reaffirm and we can reanimate. So I think you see where I'm going with this. We can rebalance, reawaken, reassure, reexamine, but we can also rebuke. And we can rebut, and we can revolt, and we can rebel, so that we can reclaim and we can rebuild our teaching and learning so that student-centered partnership continues. So, oh wait, now of course, we can also retire. Forgot about that one. How many of you thought of that one when I said re? You're like, yep, that's the answer. But to retire so that we can reinvent ourselves and rededicate ourselves and re-enter the field into a new position to advocate for our kids. So I will recap and close by saying that I absolutely love what I do. And I offer my heartfelt thanks to my Lord Jesus, to my sweet husband, Daniel Albert, to my miracle child, Benjamin, my family, my students, my colleagues, my community in Harper Woods and across the state of Michigan, and again to my family here in Emporia and the National Teachers Hall of Fame. I thank God for each of you and consider myself deeply blessed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, June. That was awesome. How's the evening been so far?
Incredible.
Incredible. We have the same things. Would you need some help from Dan? Have him take it. Dan? Come on over this way, sweetheart. Okay. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the National Teachers Hall of Fame, I would love for you to have the opportunity for me to give you this bell tower from our local sculptor, which Daniel will take back to your table, right? Okay. And here is your 10-karat gold ring from Herb Jones. Do you want to wear it now? Snap. There we go. Let's go. We have one of those REs in the news business. It's called reread. Read it again, Ralph.